KSV at kgrtc.org.zm for reservations. Explore the amazing world of the Kariba Sunset Villas.
Welcome to this year's International Trade Fair. Well, the 59th edition of it is what you're enjoying wherever you are right now. It could be on your TV, it could be on your radio. And well, let's get to have a great interaction with regards to GORGE Training Center. And well, let's get to find out a little bit more of what exactly they've got to offer. Last year, when we had a privilege of hosting one of my guest studios, we dived deeper a little bit into their facilities that they get to offer when you're visiting the Southern Province, if you're a tourist or you've gone there for business activities. But also, we just want to find out on the training side of things. Also, we want to find out where exactly did this institution start from. That is one of the few things that I would want us to find out. Also, how they've interpreted this year's theme. Well, to help us get a little bit deeper into that, I do have here with me in studio Engineer Martin H. Hamaunga. Is it? Did I pronounce it correctly?
Hamanyanga.
Hamanyanga. Yes. All right. Masanko abligavoto.
Digavoto.
Chita.
Kavoto.
There you go. I'm trying.
You are.
Definitely. Also, I have Chimunya Mainga. Is it Mainga?
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Chimunya Mainga.
I also want to extend this to you in your mother tongue. What's the correct word I should use here? Kurigavoto Unganda.
Tilivayo.
Kurigavoto KAFUE GORGE.
KAFUE GORGE digavoto.
And she bought to
He seems to be
Kotwambala Shitonga here on this platform here. Let me start with you, Engineer Martin. The institution trains people in different fields, especially to do with heavy duty, perhaps something to do with electrical, and so on and so forth. Take me through. How did this institution come about and how was it birthed?
Okay. The institution, KAFUE GORGE Regional Training Center, initially was KAFUE GORGE Training Center, and it was an in-service center for ZESCO employees. But in 1989, after a meeting with, for SADC energy ministers, when they saw what the center was doing then, they thought it could not only cater for the Zambians, because the region, that is the SADC region, needed also I think some skills to be enhanced. So that's how they lobbied through the Minister of Energy then, and through the late President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda.
Yes.
They asked that this be now a regional training center. That is where now the regional part comes in.
Yes.
So initially we were only looking at the SADC region, and we initially had 4 courses. But after the center now in 1999 ran as a regional training center, the demand for expansion in terms of courses also came through. And as a result, we saw now the center increasing over the years. And as we are currently on air, we have about 140 courses which we are running as a regional training center.
Definitely.
And the center now has expanded. Initially, we were just talking about KAFUE GORGE Namalundu campus, but now we have another campus on the Copper Belt. The former ZESCO Training Center is now KAFUE GORGE Regional Training Center, a Copper Belt campus.
Awesome.
And that's the campus now I'm heading currently.
Awesome. Now, just for clarity's sake, so this is a brainchild of ZESCO.
Yes.
Awesome.
We are actually a ZESCO subsidiary.
ZESCO subsidiary.
Yes.
Mr. Chimunya, let's speak on the marketing side of things. Obviously, people get to come and learn what only ZESCO knew at the time from the region. Let's speak to how this resonates with this year's theme, that's innovation, business resilience, and trade. How does KAFUE GORGE interpret this year's theme from a marketing perspective? Obviously, a business perspective.
Yes, thank you, Victor. It's good to be here. So, as an institution, as Engineer Hamanyanga has mentioned, we are essentially a skills training center. So we are building capacities mostly for in-service people. That is at the training center in Namalundu, in KAFUE GORGE. For the Ndola campus, we are building capacity for basically anyone, both in-service and also the young people who are coming straight from school. So we have a blend of in-service and obviously the young people coming straight from school. Has been indicated, we have been training since 1989 in a number of programs, starting of course with energy generation, transmission programs. We have gone to distribution programs, and of course over the years we've incorporated safety, health and environment, what we call SHEC. And in the recent, not very long ago, we have had to incorporate a number of soft courses, so to speak. In this case, we're talking about corporate governance, we're talking about leadership program, customer service programs, and of course programs that speak to the need of the customers. So customers would come and say, we have this need, so can you develop a program for us? And so we have been able to develop programs that speak to the need of the customers.
Awesome.
So that is what we have been doing in the recent past. But as a training institution, we have also grown to involve other programs that do with energy efficiency. We're talking about energy integration, and of course we're talking about renewable energies, which obviously Engineer Hamanyanga will speak more about. But in terms of how we're interpreting this year's theme, we are saying that over the years we have been operating in a certain way, and now we have incorporated innovation. And so this innovation speaks to some of the training programs that we have developed. We have developed new programs that speak to the need of the market. And so in this case, we've been talking about programs to do with energy efficiency. We're talking about industrial energy auditing for our clients who are involved in manufacturing. Obviously, we want them to be able to use their energy in an efficient way, and we're able to undertake interventions that help them to be able to reduce the costs in terms of their operations. So if your bill is 100,000 kwacha every month, for instance, you call KAFUE GORGE Digital Training Center to assist you to undertake energy audits in your institution. Then we're able to understand and deduce where the high energy areas are, and we can be able to recommend innovations that reduce on your energy. So from 100 in terms of energy, you'll probably be talking about maybe 60 in terms of energy costs. So coming from 100 million, for instance, going to 60 million, that's a big save.
Definitely.
So those are the interventions that we're undertaking. Equally with innovation, we have been able to come up with innovations that speak to the need of our clients. So when you talk about the projects, for instance, we are talking about building up, a hydro plant, which we're undertaking as a training center in Mabulakapi, in Serenje. We're also talking about the renewable energy programs that we're undertaking. We are also trying to develop a 10 megawatt solar park in Namalundu, in KAFUE GORGE. We also are talking about the several other interventions that we're undertaking in the project space, where we're able to assist clients to be able to bring on board renewable energy in terms of rooftop solar and also many other interventions that they want to utilize in the energy space.
Yeah, nice. Now, let me come to you, Mr. Martin, here. I want you to speak to somebody who's listening to this conversation and they're looking to enhance perhaps their skill in what you provide at your institution. What exactly will be your word to that kind of a person?
Thank you very much. Maybe just to highlight one thing that my colleague has said. As KAFUE GORGE Regional Training Center, we are not only in SADC. We are in Africa. Our presence actually is in 35 African countries.
Yes.
Yes.
As KAFUE GORGE.
As KAFUE GORGE.
Oh.
And I think that's what makes us different from other institutions.
Let me just bring it back a little bit home. We've taken this institution Kuchalo.
Yes.
Have we? Can we safely say that?
Yes,
We've taken
absolutely.
this institution
Currently,
Kuchalo.
actually, as we are talking now, at 15 hours we are graduating some students from we don't call them students, by the way. We call them participants because we want to recognize their pre-learning as well. So the Currently we have got 6 Kenyans who are graduating. Last week we had the 8 Malawians, and the other week we had people from Rwanda. And this is just on one course. They came at different times.
Nice.
So
all these are doing these courses that they're doing from their respective countries?
No. They visited
locally.
us. Current actually at KAFUE
Nice.
Gorge, they are at KAFUE Gorge.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's why we are really saying, as KAFUE Gorge Regional Training Center, when we talk about KAFUE Gorge, we are not just there. We are everywhere. And what makes us unique is that before we train our participants, we do a training.
Nice.
Which we either do physically, we will visit various organizations which we feel we can collaborate with, or those people would contact us or would reach them through email. So we'd basically look at their current operations and identify the needs that their staff would be, or maybe say they would want to enhance skills in.
Awesome.
And when we talk about issues to do with innovation, and also issues to do with the enhancement. Initially, we started as a very small entity, and now we moved, other than the issues to do with training, we want to, our participants or our students to have hands-on experience, and this is what we usually do. So what really happens is that we have moved now from training, we have brought in issues to do with projects and consultancy. So we have a department looking at that element. That's where my colleague was talking about doing power stations, where we have a 10 megawatt hydropower station. By next year March, thereabout, or even before, we are going to commission a 10 megawatt solar plant. And then we have 7.4 wind power as well. Now, all these 3 power stations are designed specifically to give our participants hands-on experience. Now remember, it's not just about generation or electricity we are talking about here. We also want to train our people on issues to do with engineering applications. How do you maintain this equipment? And at the same time, there are leaders, there are supervisors, there are people who would want to maintain this infrastructure. We also have courses in that area. Then when you generate electricity, where do you take it? You need to transmit.
Definitely.
Eventually, you need to distribute. So the reason why people should come to us is because we have courses that cover almost every sector.
Definitely.
And a utility, electricity utility, or it could be a manufacturing industry, a process industry, it could be a water utility. We have actually trained people across all these sectors, including government ministries. So as KAFUE Gorge Regional Training Center, we are not just like on one particular field, we are in all fields.
Definitely.
Yes.
So there you go. You're looking to perfect your skill, and well, they'll not call you a student; they'll call you a participant.
Yes.
So if you're looking to sharpen your skills when it comes to water resource management,
Yes.
Utility resource management, and all these other things that fall in their sphere, you're definitely looking to KAFUE Gorge Training Center. Now, to you, as we conclude, Mr. Chimunya, I want you to speak to some of the people who are coming through to the trade fair this year. What exactly are they going to find once they come through to your stand? Mr. Martin here has mentioned to say it's not just one sector that we're looking at, but a broader sector. What exactly are they going to find once they visit your stand?
Yes, thank you, Victor, once again. So we basically are showcasing the whole scope of activities that we undertake as a training center. Just to mention also before I talk about what they expect, it's important to recognize also that KAFUE Gorge Regional Training Center also is involved in a number of hospitality and conference activities. So we have a total of 81 rooms at the training center in Malondo in KAFUE Gorge, where we are able to accommodate a number of both students and corporate institutions who want to take a break from the different activities to come and probably hold conference facilities, or even just to get away for team building and many other activities of a corporate nature that they want to undertake. We are also open to even just walk-in clients, guests who want to come and spend the night in the serene environment of Namalundu. That's exactly where the gorge itself, the name KAFUE Gorge, behind us is where the gorge is. Take a walk and see the gorge. So as a training institution, we have the conference and accommodation facilities. We also are running a lodge on the banks of Lake Kariba in Siavonga, called Kariba Sunset Villas, which has a total of 22 rooms, and together with that has a number of conference rooms and also a restaurant which is able to seat up to 160 people. So it's also a very, very interesting lodge where people can be able to go and relax and also have conference activities. But that is not all. We also have accommodation and facilities at our Ndola campus, what we are now we're calling it the Copperbelt campus, what used to be formerly ZESCO Training Center. We're calling it KAFUE Gorge Regional Training Center, Copperbelt campus. I wanted to emphasize that aspect because it's very, very important. We're catering for the broader aspect of the Northern Circuit. So we have all these conference and accommodation facilities which we encourage our listeners and our viewers to be able to come through and sample. We also are going shortly to be providing very robust catering facilities that is outdoor. We already are providing catering services indoor.
From here I'm going to eat shrimp at your stand, obviously.
Yes.
We're well aware of that.
I hope as you go there, you will not change your mind.
No.
Because
we're definitely going there.
The shima may not take the shima because there are sumptuous meals there.
Definitely.
Yes,
a whole array of meals,
Definitely.
But I want also to just quickly say that we are exhibiting at this year's Zambia International Trade Fair. So we are in the International Hall, stand number 18 and 19. So we encourage our viewers out there, our listeners out there, to be able to come through at this year's Zambia International Trade Fair, to be able to see some of the different programs that we are offering as a training center. We also have a few goodies. We encourage them to come through. They might just walk out with something. We have a number of things that we are giving away just to appreciate our stakeholders and our customers. That is not all. We also are providing catering services here at the trade fair. So we have our restaurant at stand number 8 Chambeshi, Chambeshi Road. Here, the lanes within the trade fair here. We are just opposite, for those who want to come, we're just opposite Trade Kings, so very easy to find. So we have sumptuous meals there. We encourage all our viewers and listeners to come through.
Awesome.
But we also want to say that in the coming days, we have a promotion that we are running right at our stand. So for those that enroll for any of our programs, we are giving out a 10% a 10% discount.
Awesome.
Just for this period of the trade fair. So come through to our stand at stand number 18 and 19 in the International Hall. We'll be able to accord you that discount when you register with us.
There we go. If you are visiting this year's International Trade Fair, you want to enroll at KAFUE Gorge Regional Training Center, you definitely have heard it yourself. There will be a 10% discount for you. And well, they couldn't have said it any better. Mr. Martin, Mr. Chiponya, thank you very much for according us this opportunity to have this conversation with you. And well, I best leave you gentlemen to go and finish interacting with the stakeholder out there. And well, that's all we could package for this year's International Trade Fair. And well, my name is Victor Mwanza, and it's on to the next.
Kariba Sunset Villas, perfectly set in the natural scenic hues of Siavonga, unfolds a world that offers you 22 luxury-styled self-contained rooms, a contemporary restaurant sitting up to 200, complemented with a fully provided bar and complete conference facilities. Tranquility, luxury and impeccable service while enjoying the sights and sounds of the Kariba Dam from your own private cozy balcony guarantees you comfort and a peaceful stay only at Kariba Sunset Villas. Call +260-973-571160 or email ksv@kgrtc.org.zm for reservations. Explore the amazing world of the Kariba Sunset Villas.
This time check is proudly brought to you by Big Tree Beverages.
It's 3 p.m.